This episode is brought to you by Richie Connors of World Financial Group, your go-to for financial advice and insurance solutions. At World Financial Group, agents help families and individuals achieve financial security through personalized solutions in insurance, investments, retirement planning, and debt management. Guided by their mission of no family left behind, they offer complimentary consultations to sit down and discuss your personal situation and create a plan tailored to your needs. For your free consultation, reach out to Richie today at 902-870-4504. Also be sure to like and share Richie's Facebook page at Richie Connors-Insurance Agent. Again, Richie's number is 902-870-4504. Hey, what is going on? Hope everyone had a great week. Welcome to episode 168 of Outside the Chute. I'm your host, Randy Frame. Well, less than 2 weeks until Christmas. Hope everyone's all ready. I know I'm not. I've always been one of those last-minute shoppers. I don't know why I do it every year. I'm always complaining about the amount of people inside the stores when I'm doing it, but here we are again. Anyways, hope everyone else is all set. What an episode we have for you this week again, as we sat down and chatted with two-time AAC Player of the Year, three-time NCAA All-American, Wichita State alum, and current Athletes Unlimited Pro and Marshall Assistant Coach, the one and only Sydney McKinney. What a career Sid has had to date, and it's still going strong. I mean, I just mentioned a couple of her accolades, but the list that she has from what she's accomplished at Wichita State is just ridiculous. Listen to this. She was a 5-year letter winner and started all 244 games from 2019 to 2023. She had a career batting average of .451 with 28 home runs and 132 runs batted in. She finished her career ranked 5th in NCAA Division I history, with a school record 378 career hits. She was top 10 finalist for the 2023 USA Collegiate Player of the Year Award, and she was also a 4-time All-AAC First Team selection and a member of the 2019 AAC All-Rookie Team. That's just crazy. We're going to talk to Sid about getting her start in the game, her journey to Wichita State, getting drafted first overall in the Athletes Unlimited 2023 college draft, jumping into the coaching ranks at Marshall University. We talk Ted Lasso, and it keeps going. So much more. Sid was an absolute pleasure to chat with. I have no doubt there are big things in store down the road, both on and off the field for her, and I cannot wait to watch. Listen, snap a screenshot. Let us know that you're listening. Tag us. Sid's at SydneyMCK00 on Instagram and Sydney R. McKinney on Twitter. We're at Outside the Chute on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook. This is Outside the Chute, and anything goes.
I got the world in my palm, lights, camera, action, it's on. I can't describe what I'm feeling, ain't never felt this freedom. I got the world in my palm, lights, camera, action, it's on. Ain't never felt this freedom. Could you say that anything goes, anything goes, anything goes, anything goes, anything goes, anything goes.
All right, here we go. We are happy to have on with us today two-time AAC Player of the Year, three-time NCAA All-American, the first overall pick in last year's Athletes Unlimited College Draft, Wichita State alum and current Marshall Assistant Coach, the one and only Sydney McKinney. Sid, thanks so much for coming on the podcast.
Of course. Thanks so much for having me.
How's things going down in West Virginia today?
They're good. We've wrapped up for the semester. The girls are finishing up their finals, and I'm about to head out for vacation in a couple days.
Oh, nice. Where are you going?
Costa Rica.
No way. Nice.
Yeah, I'm really excited.
Oh, man, I would love some hot weather right now. Oh,
yeah, for sure.
So good. So good. So yeah, your little break. And how long's the break for?
We get back January 5th. We have a camp.
Oh, okay, right on. So good. Oh, yeah. That's a nice little extended break then.
A good break,
yeah,
for sure.
So how was the NFCA convention last week? So you get to go to that.
It was great. It was a lot of fun. I feel like I saw every single softball person that I've ever met since I was like 8.
Oh, nice.
So that was fun. It was my second year, but a lot of the sessions are really good. So I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, I get to see the pictures and everything and videos from it, and I'm always like, man, that'd be such a great networking like event to go to. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
it really is.
So many softball minds there.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So how you liking the coaching side of things?
I love it.
Yeah.
I think last year, coming out of college, then going straight into pro, and then straight into coaching, it was overwhelming at first, but I have a great staff around me and we're all really close friends and always hang out. So that helps for sure. But love the people here. Town's great. The girls are great. And it's been really good.
Right on. That's awesome. That's actually one thing I wanted to ask you about the Marshall softball field, the tall buildings beside it. Are those residents? Like, is that residence buildings? Like,
so you might have seen old pictures. Are you talking about right outside of the
down the third baseline?
Yeah, those are completely gone.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
Yeah,
that must be old.
Past the outfield, it's gone. They've cleared that. I think they are building a new school there eventually, so that's just all cleared now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Were they residence buildings?
I think it was an old factory.
Oh, okay. Well, then, geez, I hope nobody lived there then.
No, I hope not either.
Yeah, that'd be a terrible living environment.
Yes.
All right. So little thing that I like to kick off every podcast with, it's called quick pitches. I'm going to throw some random questions to you. And
okay.
You answer them as best you can.
Great.
All right. First one. I always start off with this one. If you had to live off one meal for a week, what is it?
One meal for a week. Definitely probably chicken fajitas.
Yeah.
You get the veggies, you get the protein.
Yes.
The seasoning's always good. Yeah. Definitely.
I always, like personally, I would go with chicken fajitas or soft taco or, soft tacos. I love soft tacos.
Yeah. They're so versatile.
They are. Next one, biggest thing you miss at Wichita State?
Honestly, being with my coaches every day. I feel like we were close when I was there, but I'm like texting them all the time now that I'm not there. And I just love seeing them every time I can see them. I love seeing them.
Nice. Favorite uniform color combo at Wichita State?
Ooh, I like black on black on black on black. Black everything looks good all the time.
I like those gray ones.
The gray ones are cool.
Yeah.
They are cool.
They're pretty sweet. If you got to play one game over again, which one is it?
Ooh, that's a tough one. I would have to say 2021, I believe. I think that's the year we went to Oklahoma. Game 1 versus Oklahoma. We were leading the whole game and we lost at the end. Right. I would redo that one again.
Yeah, that Norman Regional. That was
yeah, that was a tough one, but that was one of my favorite weekends ever.
Right on. Your favorite painting you've done so far?
I think probably the one that I did for Homegrown. They have a restaurant 40 minutes away from my hometown. And so it's cool because some people from home, they'll send me a picture of my painting every time they go in for breakfast.
Oh, it's there.
Yeah, it's there.
Nice.
Uh-huh. Oh, yeah, it's really cool. I was really excited to be able to do that.
Yeah, that's pretty sick. Wow, that's awesome. Favorite walk-up song you've used?
I did. I'm not sure the title. I think it's maybe Without Me by Eminem. The Guess Who's Back.
Oh,
I did that this past summer when I got to play at Wichita. And that was really
perfect.
Cool.
That's perfect.
Yeah, it was fun.
Oh, man, that's a great one.
Yeah.
Who's crazier, Judd or Max?
Ooh, depends on the day. Judd is crazier right now because he's in South Dakota and he's playing in the 5-degree weather and he's sleeping outside playing the snow. But Max on any given day is probably crazier because he likes to play more.
Okay. 2 more here. Well, this one you might have already answered. If you could go on vacation anywhere in the world, where is it? Costa Rica.
I guess Costa Rica. Yeah. It's my first non-softball trip.
Is it really?
Yeah. I've been out of the country a couple times, but I've always played. So
yeah.
It'll be nice to just relax and hang out.
Oh, right on. Last one. Favorite character from Ted Lasso?
Ooh, my favorite character is either Keely or Sam. I really like those two.
Okay. Let's go on a deep dive here because
Okay.
that show is unreal. Like, I saw the painting you did. As soon as I saw you did the painting, I was like, oh, okay. We got something to talk about now besides softball.
Absolutely.
That show is ridiculous.
I love that show. Actually, the first time I saw it, when we came back in January, I believe it was my sophomore season, Coach B had us watch it since like we weren't in the school hours. We had all day to like hang out, practice, whatever. We would watch an episode of Ted Lasso before we went to practice, and that was like one of my favorite things that we did in my career.
I've never seen a show that, had such character development. Yeah, depth, character development. Like every character on that show, you felt like, you just knew everything about them. You know what I mean? Like, it was just, absolutely. So amazing. Like, and like, there's a bunch of scenes like that dart scene where, like where he says the be curious, not judgmental part and does the whole, the funny thing is the first time I ever watched it, when he does the bullseye and he says barbecue sauce, I was like, why did he say barbecue sauce? Bullseye, barbecue sauce. And just the depth of the writing was just fantastic.
Yeah. And I think just having the connection from the beginning of Wichita State and Kansas City, that was really cool for me.
Right. Yes.
So I feel like right off the bat, I really connected to that.
Yeah. How much did you hate Nate?
I still haven't gotten over Nate. I still can't like him again.
And that's the thing about the characters. Like, you loved them at first, and then you absolutely despised them. But then all of a sudden, you're kind of feeling sorry for him.
Yeah,
and then
absolutely.
You're like, it's just they took you on a roller coaster of riot. And it's if anybody has not seen Ted Lasso out there, I recommend go watch that show because you're in for a treat.
Yeah, athlete or not, but especially for an athlete.
Yes, 100%. Like, Jason Sudeikis did such a great job in just you thought he was from the Midwest. You know what I mean? Like, it's just crazy.
Absolutely, and I think it's cool that in your life he's always supporting women's sports, especially. So I think that says a lot about him. Yeah, absolutely,
100%. All right, well, let's get into your career here. Let's go back to the beginning here. How did little Sid get her start in the game?
Actually, I was 6, I believe. My older sister Madison, she played at Avila outside of Kansas City. She was a pitcher, and she went to a tryout for a travel ball team, and I just cried until my parents let me try out. Somehow I made the team, and I sat the bench every game. And I actually didn't like it at first. I kind of made excuses to not go to my games. Then my parents made me stick it out, and then I ended up really loving it. But the first couple of years, I was like, I was 6. I don't really know what I was thinking back then, but I was like, this is not fun.
Yeah, that's funny. My next question was love for it right away, but obviously not.
No, it was just a way that I could hang out with my sister because she was always traveling for softball.
Right. So, I mean, as you progressed and got older, at what point did you start taking a little bit more serious?
Probably when I was 12. I was pretty serious the whole time. I would say I was always on an older team, right? Because of my sister. So I feel like as she progressed and got serious, I got serious a little sooner because I was just younger.
So were you playing travel ball?
Yeah, I started playing travel ball when I was 6.
Okay. What organization were you with?
They're not even an organization anymore. Oh. I don't think. They're called the Chillicothe, Missouri Stingers.
Okay.
Yeah, so a little knowledge there.
There we go. Somebody's going to listen to this and Google it.
For a second, because I played for the Kansas City Originals most of my career.
Oh, okay.
In travel ball. But yeah, my first one was Chillicothe team.
Right on. So let's talk about your high school career. Because, I mean, okay. I've seen the numbers and they're just ridiculous. Was there a point that you can remember that you're like, I might be able to do something with this ball thing?
I feel like before high school I had that just because my parents were so supportive of it. And my dad's a crazy softball dad. He was my coach for a while. So I knew pretty early on, like my parents, they have 3 other kids. If I wanted to go to college, then I was gonna have to pay for it. And so I think I took that really seriously because I wanted to get a higher education.
Right.
And also I love it. So that helped,
Yeah.
obviously.
Oh, that
But
definitely
I
helps.
started taking it serious and knew that I wanted to play in college probably when I was like 12.
Oh, right on. Right on.
Yeah.
Now you won the high school's first ever state title, right?
Yes.
How cool was that?
It was really cool. My dad was actually the head coach, and my sister, Madison, she was the pitcher. So
Oh, no
fun.
way. So
Yeah, yeah.
that's awesome. So a big family affair there. That's awesome.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, let's talk about the recruiting process. What led to the decision to attend Wichita State?
So a lot of people don't know this, but I'm actually a transfer.
All right.
I transferred mid-year my freshman year, which is super early. I got recruited really, really young because there wasn't the recruiting age junior
yes,
year.
the old rule. Yeah.
So Coach Earlywine was still at Missouri, and him and Pete DeMore, they recruited me. I knew that's where I wanted to go going in. So I just went to all their camps, and I think I committed when I was 14, 15. Got there right before my freshman year. There was a coaching change, obviously. Tried it out. Wasn't what I was expecting. That's all good. And went on a visit to Wichita State end of November 2018, I believe. And then I knew that was home, and I'm really glad I made that decision.
So was it just Wichita State you went to, or was there other schools that you visited?
I actually had several visits scheduled, and Wichita State was first on that schedule. And once I got there, I had to make those hard calls after that. That's where I really wanted to go.
Yeah.
It was just a connection that I couldn't deny. And I definitely owed it to my parents as well to not go super far away, because they worked really hard for me to get to where I was. So I wanted to be somewhere close enough, but far enough where it was my own place.
Yeah. It's funny the amount of like players I've talked to on here that said that, they visit the school and, when you know, like you have that feeling. You have that feeling. Are you glad they changed that rule? Because I am. I mean, that's a silly rule to be able to commit when you're that young.
Yeah, I'm really glad they changed it. I know that juniors, seniors that still are uncommitted, I know they're really stressed about it, but you're just not developed as a human before then. Like you shouldn't be making that big of a decision when you're 14, 15 years old. So I think it was super beneficial just so kids actually know what they want to do with their lives and know what they want.
Yeah, exactly. So what was it about the campus that you were like, oh, okay, I got to go here?
Well, I'm from a super small town. Norburn has 708 people, I believe, by the city limit sign. So I really like
the city limits 708 people.
City limits.
Okay.
Yeah. I actually went to campus when everybody was gone after finals, so I didn't get to see any of the girls. The complete coaching staff wasn't even there.
Okay.
Which was interesting. It was like a really interesting visit. But I liked, like, the campus has grown so much since I've been there even. But I really liked that it was a little bit smaller, really homey feeling. And as soon as I met Coach B, like, she made me feel like I was part of her family already. So that's what really stood out to me.
Yeah. Like I said, I mean, the other players I've talked to, a lot of it goes back to the coaching staff and how welcoming they make you feel, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So was there any adjustments for you moving away from home?
No, not really.
No. Yeah, easy.
I'm a pretty independent person.
Gotta get away. Well, all good. Yeah. So I always ask this question for guests that played in the NCAA. Do you remember that first ever game in February, freshman year?
I remember that weekend. I was really nervous. It's funny. I actually, my fiance Bailey Lang, she was our ace pitcher, and like before we were ever together, when I first got there, I had to hit off of her every single day in practice, it felt like. And I could not hit it off. I could not hit off of her. Like, it was a lot of strikeouts, maybe a couple walks, maybe a pop-up. And I was just kept on thinking, I was like, I do not know if I'm going to play. Like, when that lineup is written, I do not know if I'm going to be in it. So that was like, I was a little bit nervous, obviously, going into college. But I think we were at College of Charleston, I want to say, and I played second base. I don't remember anything else. I think I started in the 8-hole, and after the first or second game, I moved up to leadoff, and then I was at leadoff forever. So it was a lot of crazy adjustments, but it was really cool that my coaches believed in me that much at such a young age, because that's what I really needed.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely. As as a freshman, again, it stems back to the coaches, and you would know as a coach now, if you're getting that confidence from your coaching staff, it works wonders.
Absolutely.
Yeah. What was the biggest learning curve for you that freshman year?
Freshman year, I think time management was hard for me. I really liked to do extracurricular activities, and I didn't like to open a book. And I learned really, really fast that that's not how things work, and that's not the standard that we were being held to. And I needed some tough love there, and I got it, and that made a lot of difference.
Yeah, I know. I lasted one semester at university, and I was there to play a sport as well, and it did not go well because I like my extracurricular activities as well.
You can have a lot of fun, but it's not going to get you.
Yeah, I did not grow up quite as quick as others, but. When it comes to real estate, nobody does it better than Tim I, the real estate guy. Whether you're looking for that first buy or want to build that dream home, Tim Eisner at Royal LePage Atlantic is the one to call. With over 45 years in the home industry, Tim offers a unique advantage with its extensive industry experience, ensuring his clients get the most value for their investments. With a proven track record of repeat clients and steady stream of referrals, Tim's reputation as a trusted professional speaks volumes. If you're looking to buy or sell today, contact Tim at 902-499-5717 or visit him on Facebook at Tim Eisner Royal LePage Atlantic. Once more, that's 902-499-5717. Before you know it, you'll be saying, Tim Eisner strikes again. Now, the 2020 season, it was kind of an eventful year. What happened again? I mean, there was... Oh, my jumping. Is that crazy? Maybe walk us through that whole time frame of, where you guys were, how you found out the season would be done, the emotions of it all.
So Coach B had mentioned to us, I believe we were at Oklahoma State tournament. And during that time, my grandpa was really sick. So I didn't even know if I could go to the next tournament or a couple practices, because it was getting he was in hospice. I wanted to be there. But then she mentioned right before Oklahoma State tournament that COVID's a thing, and I think the Ivy Leagues had canceled their seasons already, and we're like, okay, whatever, that's not going to happen to us. And then I had actually headed home to go be with my family, and she called me and was like, our season is canceled, so you don't even need to come back.
Oh, wow.
Which was kind of a crazy timing. It was unfortunate, obviously, that our season was ending, but I was fortunate enough to be with my family during that time.
Right.
Honestly, season-wise, as unfortunate as COVID was for everyone, it was probably the best thing that could have happened to Shocker softball that year. We had started really terrible, honestly, and we just had a really tough schedule that I don't think we were ready for.
Right.
So Coach B will even say it, COVID is the best thing that probably happened to us this year, not finishing that season, because it was pretty daunting at the beginning and it was only going to get harder. And we we just needed that break.
Yeah. Wow. Wow. So, I mean, with you not being there, I guess you wouldn't have been able to see like the emotions of, especially the seniors at that point. And of course, Bailey can attest to this because she was redshirting that year, was she not? I believe she was a red shirt because she was hurt the year before.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, I mean,
she broke her ankle the year before my freshman year.
Yeah.
Right
So
at the beginning.
Yeah. So I mean, not knowing, thinking that you're done at that point, and just the emotions that the seniors would have been going through at that time, not knowing what the future held.
Yeah, it's crazy. And then you think back to my freshman year. I don't know if you knew this, but my conference tournament for American freshman year got rained out. So the seniors the year before, they actually ended their careers on a win.
Right. I was going to ask you that. Yes, I saw that because your last game was canceled.
Crazy. And I mean, that was like the best we were playing all year. Like, you want to play your best in May. We were playing our best.
Right.
I don't remember if we had just beaten South Florida or Central Florida, one of the two. And like, we were rolling. We were ready to win the tournament because we knew we had to. We didn't play good enough all year to not get an at-large. And yeah, I know that was really hard for our seniors.
How did that work? So because it was it was just whoever was the higher ranked moved on?
I'm not. They didn't finish it. So it was just whoever won conference.
Okay. I gotcha.
Like regular season, yeah.
Right.
They looked at like several locations around the Houston area, and they're just like no possibility. So
wow,
it's crazy.
That would be such a terrible way to end your college career. Wow, I could not even imagine that.
I know. I felt really bad for them.
Yeah. Well, okay. So you mentioned like that was like COVID being kind of a good thing to happen for you personally, though. Like, was there something in particular that you worked on your game, or did you use it, as a mental break and recharge?
I think during that time, I just needed a mental break.
Yeah.
Because my grandpa, he did pass away shortly after that, and then not even 2 months later, my grandma passed away. So I just needed that to reset. Yeah. So it was nice that I got to be with my family.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. That's a lot to, that's a lot to handle in a
oh yeah.
2 months.
It was a crazy time.
I bet. Well, of course, I mean, you go back and, have another amazing 3 years at Wichita State, breaking records, winning awards, all of that. Looking back now, I mean, what are some of the great memories that you have from there, whether it's on or off the field?
On the field, I think I loved our party deck in right field. It was always cool to have alumni and parents there just watching us and having a lot of fun. I think it was more fun to watch them having fun than to actually play the game sometimes.
Well, it sounds fun.
It was so fun. I think really the people and the fans, they made everything awesome. They're just like diehard Shocker fans, and I know that a lot of fan bases have that, but every time I go there, it's super special. And I know that this past summer when we went to Wichita, my teammates on AU, they're like, wow, they really love you here. And I'm like, I couldn't ask for anything else from the people, my coaches and my teammates. So those are not particular moments that stuck out, but just overall experience, just having those people that were there to support me all the time.
Right on. That party deck sounds awesome.
Yeah.
So does it have its own bar and own special like entrance and stuff?
It does. Yeah.
Sick.
I know. It's super cool. They you rent it out, you party, do whatever you want on it.
Nice.
I know.
Nice.
Coach B and Coach G, they use the other one. There's more now. I think there's 3 now.
Oh, really?
I could be wrong.
Oh, wow.
Maybe 2. But the coaches actually used it for official visits during the summer, or unofficial visits, whichever, during the summer, which was really cool.
Smart.
Mm-hmm.
Smart recruiting tool right there.
Very smart. They're smart ladies.
Yeah. So you just mentioned AU, going back there. Let's talk about AU. I mean, you get taken first overall in the 2023 college draft. How awesome was that?
It was super cool. We were in, I believe, the St. Louis airport. I don't even remember where we're going, but I had no clue that I was going to be drafted first overall. I'm not sure if anybody did, but my mom actually didn't think I was going to be drafted first overall. She called me after, and she was telling me that she almost didn't get her camera set up in time because she did not think I was going to be. And I was like, wow, thanks for humbling me.
Thanks, Mom.
Yeah, I needed that. But it was cool. I had the other seniors in my class around me. I had my whole team with me. They were all watching. Coach B, Coach E, Nicole Pinley, they were all filming it. So it was just a really special moment. Like, even though we were in a airport, it was like the most special it could have been there.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I mean, of course, this season, the AUSL is starting, but the traditional points format, it's still going to be around with the Champion Cup format. How do you like the points format?
It's definitely different.
Yeah.
I think it took me, like everybody else, just takes you a little adjustment period, and once you figure it out, you figure it out. I actually don't look at the points like ever. I'm there to do what I need to for the team, and points come when you win. So
yeah.
I think at first it was weird for me. I looked at the points, and it can get to you. If you're at the bottom of that leaderboard, it sucks.
Yeah, I imagine.
You just gotta put your head down, keep working, and I don't look at it anymore.
Yeah. So I mean, like jumping into that pro game, like especially in that format, how was your approach? Going into games, because usually in a traditional format, you have a coach, you have, you know what I mean. Like it's a little bit of a different operation. Like for you personally, how was your approach going into games?
I think my approach first year was very freshman-esque. I didn't play to my full abilities. It's just like really overwhelming at first. I was trying to figure out my routine. I was trying to what works for me on game days, what doesn't. Oh, somebody's not telling me what to do. Somebody's not positioning me. Somebody's not prepping me for these pitchers. We're not going over film.
Right.
I think that was really hard. Like figuring out who you are as an athlete, as a pro athlete, is like kind of individualized because nobody's telling you what to do. It's like, what you're supposed to do, go do it. So like figuring out what stretches I need to do was a big one for me, because there's people that like barely stretch and go kill it. There's people that stretch for an hour and a half, they go kill it. And it's like, okay, which one am I? Am I somewhere in the middle? Do I need 6 rounds of BP? Do I need extra BP after my practice? That is pretty individualized too.
Yeah. So
I think that was the hardest part, is just like figuring out what works for me and sticking to that and not changing it.
Right. Now, I mean, since AU has started, I've had nothing but rave reviews about it on here. Like I love it. Like I love AU. One thing that, for me, like I've been playing the game for 45 years now. No, not 45, 40 years. God, I just made myself older than I shouldn't have. But I look at the points thing, and I've been a pitcher my whole life, and I go into that, and pitchers have an advantage, I find, in AU because they can get more points. And I'm just picturing myself, put myself in that environment saying, I'd be all over the map because I'd be trying to get so many strikeouts right now. You know what I mean? Like it's just from a competitive standpoint and just a mentality going into it, and, doing that mental prep going into every game. It's just like, it would throw me off, but I love it. I really do.
Yeah. It's awesome.
Yeah. Are you building a new house? Looking to get into solar? Maybe need some electrical upgrades on existing work? Well, Kelco Electrical is the one to call. Kelco is a new age independent electrical contractor providing electrical services and innovative energy solutions throughout Nova Scotia, including the HRM, Colchester, and Hants counties. They also specialize in customers seeking custom electrical services and green energy design. Give Kelco a call today at 902-579-3965 and follow them on their Facebook page at Kelco Electrical. Again, that's 902-579-3965. tell them Framer from OTC sent you. So what was it like being able to go back to Wilkins Stadium this year? You know, especially and playing a pro game like that must have been surreal.
It was so cool. I actually got to help send in the bid for Wichita to host. And I wasn't really getting my hopes up. But when I found out that was the location, I was just overjoyed. It was honestly more than I could ever ask for. I got to catch up with people that I hadn't talked to since I graduated. I got to hang out with my coaches and go out to dinner and go in the office and talk about coaching and talk about playing. I got to see actually a lot of my teammates worked for AUX, so they were fields people or media people, helping us with front toss, helping us so it was just great to have everybody that I love around me and my family. A lot of them hadn't got to see me play pro from last summer, so this is their first time seeing me play pro, and it was really cool.
Nice. I mean, they say you're most comfortable in familiar surroundings. And I mean, obviously you led the league in average during that AUX season. Would I be correct in saying you were pretty comfortable playing there?
Yeah, I was super comfortable playing there.
Yeah.
Super.
So do you think, obviously moving forward, I know this season you guys are going to be traveling around the season, and then the following year you're looking at, they're going to have cities as teams in AUSL. Do you think Wichita State would be a fantastic place to have a franchise?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I will push for them in however way I can. I'm sure you've seen the renderings for the new facility.
Yes.
There's so many upgrades happening, several $1 million being poured into women's softball there. The fans are great. I believe we sold out a couple times in the summer, but even when we didn't, it was always really packed. I just think the people there love softball, and it'd be a great place for me to continue to play, hopefully.
For sure. Looking ahead to 2 years, when they say that there's going to be certain places, is there any other places where you think, oh man, pro softball would be great fit there?
I think just anywhere in the Midwest, honestly. I'm hoping that Kansas City can find a place eventually. Somewhere close to home to where, like I said, my family can come, but Kansas City's a great city. There's a lot to do there. There's a lot of people there. There's a lot of people passionate about women's sports there.
Yeah.
So that's another place that I think would do really well.
Right on. Now with the new traditional league format, I'm going to put you on the spot here. Is there any preference to who you want as your GM coach combo?
I can't say there is.
Okay.
I've thought about this a lot, and honestly, I just feel lucky that I'm able to be a part of any of their teams.
Yes.
There's so much knowledge, and I know that even if I'm not on somebody's team, any one of those people would help me with whatever I needed. So absolutely. I just feel lucky to be a part of it.
For sure. For me, I love the Cat Kretsch combo. I love it.
I think that's a sick combo.
Oh my God. Unreal. Oh, just the knowledge between the two is ridiculous.
Absolutely. Yeah. And at convention, AUSL, they had a little cocktail party. I think that's what it was considered, where they had everyone speak and Kim talked, and I was front row seat for it. And I just felt like I was a little kid again, because there's just so much knowledge and experience and strong women that are part of this. So absolutely. I'm really excited.
Absolutely. And that's one thing I wanted to mention is how good AUSL is doing with their promotion right now. And, they're getting people invested into it, I find, with their whole social media feeds and just doing the build-ups for what they did with the GMs and the coaches announcements and what they're doing with the player announcements. It's just what they're doing is fantastic.
Yeah, I agree. Absolutely.
Yeah. So long term, what's the future look like for you? Are you waiting for Megan Wiggins to retire so you can get 25 back, or what's going on here?
I've actually talked to her about that. I asked her, I was like, at this point, I don't even know if you'll retire.
She's
going to
last you what?
So I'm not sure, but like I would love to have my number back when you do retire, if that's okay. And Wigan, she's awesome. I feel like I connected with her my rookie year a lot, and she helped me. So I'm glad that if I can't wear it, then she's at least wearing it because she wears it well.
Yeah. Oh.
Long term, I don't know. I love playing. I love coaching. I also love criminal justice. I'm getting my master's in criminal justice right now.
Really?
So, yeah.
Wow. That's awesome.
So I don't know.
So
I'm sure I'll be in softball for whatever reason my whole life.
Okay, wait. I'm backtracking. So when you say criminal justice, are you talking like detective work and stuff like that?
Uh-huh.
Oh, that would be unreal.
I got my undergrad in criminal justice. The original plan is crazy. The original plan was go to law school.
Right.
And then I was going to be the GA for Wichita State, but then I connected with Morgan Zirkle, who's obviously my boss now, and we got along really well, and she offered me a coaching job, and it was just the perfect fit. So I love it here at Marshall, but long term, I have no clue.
Okay, well, day by day, why not? We talked about Ted Lasso, TV show, and all that stuff. Have you watched Full Potential?
I haven't.
Oh my jumpins! Criminal detective stuff. It's so good.
What is it on?
What is it on? I think it's on. Is it on CBS or is it on ABC? I'm trying to remember. It's. I know it's on Tuesday nights. They're on their breakdown. They just did their season finale a couple weeks ago. But she was the main girl in it. She was the cleaner of the police office and stuff. But she was so smart that now she's like a detective. And
that's awesome.
It is amazing. People listening to this are going, "What are you talking about right now?" But I don't care. We're going off the tracks here. But no, high potential.
Check that out.
High potential. Definitely check that out. Actually, I forgot to ask you, what was it like playing for USA over in Japan? That had to be sick playing for your country.
Yeah, it was really cool. I feel really, really grateful that I had that opportunity. It was crazy getting on a plane and going 14 hours away and getting used to the time change. But I feel like it really pushed me to be a better player and to communicate and to be able to play with different people and be uncomfortable. I think that was the word of the trip. Sorry. Right. The word of the trip for me was uncomfortable. And I thought I embraced that, and it was hard, and it wasn't what I was used to, but I feel really grateful that I got that opportunity.
Now, can you expand on uncomfortable? What do you mean?
Well, when I went, the middle infielders were Tiare Jennings and Grace Lyons.
Oh,
and
Oklahoma.
So I actually played a little bit of first.
Oh, wow.
So I had never played first before. So that was hard.
I bet. That's totally different than middle infield.
Yeah. And then you add on that Japan is just an amazing softball team.
Yes.
So that just made it harder. But
you're like, please don't drop bunts down. Please don't drop bunts.
I remember the first game I was playing first, and the batter was left-handed and smoked one right at me, and it bounced off my glove, and I was able to get the out. But I remember just feeling like a freshman in that moment. I was like, what am I doing here? How did I get here? How are all these awesome people around me? What is happening?
Yeah. You didn't have that extra second, you know what I mean? No. At second or shortstop to
it was quick.
Oh,
and they're so fast. It was crazy.
Oh, that's crazy. That's awesome. So a little thing I like to end every podcast with, I call it player association. I'm going to throw out some names to you. You're going to be, you're familiar with them.
Okay.
Touch on them, what they've meant to you. If you have a story, if funny, let it fly. Just let it fly. Okay. All right. First one I have, Lauren Mills.
Oh my gosh. Lolo. She loves her bunnies. She was my roommate actually until about junior year. Awesome person, can hit bombs. One of the funniest and saddest moments was she hit a home run and killed a bird that was sitting on the top of the fence. And she laughed, but she was also distraught. There was a whole ESPN write-up about her bunny, Jerry. And she was just a great human. Awesome to have on her team.
Oh my God. I feel like I have so much to dissect here with that.
There's full dissection needed for Lola because she is such a unique human.
Okay. Wait, she killed a bird?
She killed a bird with a home run at home.
Oh my, wow. That is unreal. And so where'd the bunnies come into play?
The bunny?
Yes.
She just loves bunnies and I think she still has them. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's like one of her personalities is being the mom of him.
Okay. All right. That's good. Next up I have is Aaron McDonald.
Aaron McDonald. Aaron
Wallace.
It's funny because, she just got married. That's exciting to Paxton. Paxton was her college boyfriend too, so
right on.
I know him pretty well. But he's awesome. Aaron is funny. We actually have a picture now, Paige Maynard, and she's 99, and so it reminds me of Aaron every time I see her number. But she was actually one of Bailey's roommates, so we were always hanging out. She's crazy and she's fun, and one of her walkout songs was "Why You Always in the Mood," and I just thought that was random, but I remember it.
Oh wow! Okay. Next up, Coach B, Coach Christy Breadbender.
Coach B, I love Coach B. She actually just had a baby. I don't know if you know that.
I did not know that.
Yeah, she just had a little boy.
Oh, excellent. Congrats, Coach.
She's one of those people where like when she's your coach, you hate that she's funny, but she's so funny. Like I know she'll probably listen to this, but like I wouldn't admit that to her that she's so funny. But she's always just saying the most random things, and she's hard and she's honest, but she like gets the most out of everyone, and she accepts everybody into her family, and I think she's a really special person.
Right on. Next up, friend of the show, you've seen her in AU, Sam Fisher.
Oh my gosh, Sam Fisher. She is like sunshine in human form.
She is.
She's the funniest, weirdest, most dedicated to softball person I have ever met. And like, I know that if I ever need any help with anything, like if it was changing a tire or literally anything in the world, she would help me with it. And I think she's just a really cool person to know. And I am really glad that I got to play with her for at least a year. Yeah,
she's one of my favorites that I've had on the podcast, and she's actually going to be coming back on next month. So I can't wait to talk to Sam again. So, nothing but love for Samu.
Yeah, she's great.
Next up, you know this one pretty well, Morgan Zirkle.
Morgan Zirkle. I love Zirk. I feel like she's my older sister. A lot of people like think we look the same, so sometimes we get mistaken for each other, which I think is kind of funny. But I've told her before, I feel like I'm her little sister and just like a baby Zirkle because we do a lot of things the same. Like we're both really clumsy. We both like kind of have the same fashion in a sense. Like, I don't know. I'm really glad that she's my boss, and I feel like I couldn't have lucked out more with my first boss. So I'm just glad that we're all here.
Baby Zirkle. That's going to be stuck in my head, I think. So what's it like, you guys are in that role of, doing your job at Marshall, and then you get to pro ball and your teammates or against each other. What's that dynamic like?
It's really fun and it's really competitive. I would say that like when we're playing against each other, it's like super fun competition because when I'm at short and she's hitting, it's like a game within a game. Like I know she can hit it as hard, like 80 miles per hour at me, or she can slap it. And so it's fun to like kind of try to figure her out. And I think she thinks the same about me. And then when we're playing together, it's really fun because I feel like she's my coach, and so I can ask her anything. She's so willing to help me with anything that I need, and she's just a really good person to have on your side.
Right on, right on. And last but certainly not least, I think you know her pretty well, Bailey Lang.
Bailey, she's in the other room right now. I think she's watching NCAA volleyball
Right on.
It's really been cool to watch her go from player to now coach, because I think the transition this summer was her being a facilitator.
Right.
And just seeing her work with pro athletes and connecting with them and learning from them and being able to help them too was really cool. And now her being here as the pitching coach, the girls absolutely love her. And it's just been really cool to see her like use her knowledge and her skills to make our team so much better.
Right.
So I think it's cool that we get to hang out all the time, and we drive to work together every day. We come home the same time every day. So that's been nice because she used to do lessons, so we were on different schedules. So she's great. She's great to have around all the time.
Awesome. Set a date yet?
We haven't.
Oh,
no.
okay.
We were like, should we just get married in Costa Rica? Because it's me, her,
why not?
and Zirkle going.
Oh, Zirkle's going too.
Yes, so we do everything together.
Oh, nice. Allie's probably like, why am I not going?
No. Allie can have nothing to say because we've invited her since the beginning, but she really wanted to go home with her family.
Oh, okay.
She loves a cruise, so she's trying to find a cruise to go on, but we begged her to come.
That's awesome. Well, this has been awesome. Sid, I got to thank you for taking the time to come on and chat with us here. I mean, again, this has been absolutely fantastic. It was such a great chat.
Yeah, of course. Thank you so much for having me on.
Absolutely. Listen, best of luck with Marshall this upcoming season. And of course, with AU, definitely be cheering you on.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
All right. Take care.
All right. Just one story. All right. Here we go.
On the night so silent night, stay by the fire, baby. It's so cold outside.
'Tis the season.
It snow. It's already 10 below. We find the love out here on this Christmas night. The bells are ringing.
Okay, we'll grab the decorations. Don't forget tradition. Baby, it's cold outside. You need to get your mittens. Hang the mistletoe and write your Christmas wishes. It's better to give than receive. Show the kids the difference. Cause this year has been a tough one. I'm just trying to celebrate and spend it with my loved ones. Spread some cheer, pouring festive beer. I appreciate the blessings I was blessed with here. Uncle Chris and Aunt Lee are reminiscing on the front porch. Little Tay trying to build another snow fort. I hear the church bells ringing. I'll be there Christmas Eve with my family all singing hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. I said we be all singing hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. I'm saying.
On the night so silent night, stay by the fire, baby. It's so cold outside. We're singing let it snow. It's already 10 below. We find the love out here on this Christmas night. The bells are ringing.
Okay, well I'll be ready with the lights on. Got the decorations up, it's taking me all night long. Log on the fire, put on my ugly sweater. The children are